Good morning, grade 6. Right? Let's have now science 6. Okay. With regards to your science 6, again, these are scientific terminologies. Can you see my shared screen now?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. These are scientific terminologies that you need to take down. Right? I'm asking everybody to take down notes. With regards to your absences, again, it's up to you. I cannot force you to come in my class. Okay. But rather, I am encouraging everybody to join online classes, to join this class. Why? Because we'll be discussing a lot of matters today. We'll be discussing a lot of terminologies today. Right? Let's have kidneys and dialysis. Last meeting, we had just tackled about filtration, correct? How do we filter water to make it clean? Okay? But in filtration, since you are only filtering dirt, okay, you are not eliminating bacteria in the process. The bacteria are still suspended in your water. Okay, how can you eliminate bacteria? A lot of the bacteria or a lot of these bacteria are susceptible to heat. Okay, that is the main reason why we need to heat up those water to kill these bacteria or these bacteria and germs. Okay, yes, JM, you're raising your hand.
I was gonna answer on how to eliminate bacteria, but you said it already, so never
Mhm.
mind.
What are the other means to eliminate bacteria aside from heating it up?
Drinking vitamins or eating healthy food.
Come again, Kate?
Um, drinking.
We can eliminate bacteria also by
When it's drinking medicine.
medicine. Yeah, yeah, possible. We can actually kill the bacteria in water by water treatment. And here comes our water treatment facilities. Okay, your purified drinking water are actually treated. These are treated water. Okay, these are treated water. They eliminated all the bacteria there. Okay, once you put, okay, or you get some samples from this water, you can observe that it has less bacteria. They still contain bacteria, but a minimal amount of bacteria because most of them are eliminated in the process. Okay. Let's continue with kidneys and dialysis. Okay, blood is a suspension, correct? It is a suspension. Okay, it has many fine minerals suspended like sodium, potassium, and calcium. Okay? It also contains waste materials from cells like your CO2 or carbon dioxide. The kidneys regulate the amount of minerals, okay, in the blood. Kidneys, okay, we're talking about kidneys. Previously, we're talking about blood. Okay, kidneys eliminate or regulate the amount of minerals in your blood. Okay, they also filter off waste materials which are sent to the bladder to be excreted as urine. Okay, nephron, okay, is a filtering unit of kidney. Okay, it is actually a cell. These are cells of the kidney. Okay, each kidney has about a million nephrons. Okay, it is considered as filter. Okay? These are our natural filters. If kidneys fail to remove waste materials and excess minerals from the blood, the wastes accumulate and eventually poison the body. Okay, here comes dialysis in the process. Let's take a look at this one. People whose kidneys are not functioning properly may need to have their kidneys replaced through transplant or kidney transplant, or they may have to undergo dialysis in the process or the removal of waste, okay, from your blood. Your blood will be drawn out, okay, cleaned in the process, cleaned by the dialyzer or a dialysis machine, and returned. Okay, this blood will return to your body. cleaned. Okay. In dialysis, the blood of the patient is pumped outside the body through a machine called hemodialyzer. Okay, please take note of the terminology hemodialyzer, which filters impurities of the blood. Okay. The main component of dialysis machine is a dialyzer membrane, which filters the blood. A dialyzer would look like a tube, okay? A tube that enables blood to pass through, okay? But screened out, okay? The impurities, okay? How can we check if there are a lot of impurities in our blood? Okay, this is through checking the creatinine level. Okay, we will not talk about creatinine level, but I am just giving you an idea on how we check on the impurities in our blood, okay, through creatinine. Once the creatinine rises up, we need to perform a dialysis. Okay, the frequency of undergoing dialysis depends on the severity of the kidney failure. Some people have to do dialysis as often as twice a week. Some of them also are doing once a week. Okay, most patient is actually doing it once a week. Okay, this is a typical example of a hemodialyzer. Are you still following?
Yes.
teacher.
Okay, this is a hemodialyzer. This will screen out impurities from your blood. Okay. Again, this will screen out the impurities from your blood. Inside these chambers are dialyzers, okay, or filters, which will filter the blood. Actually, there's a here. This is a dialyzer, okay, a filter which filters the blood, okay. And we also have a dialyzer inside this machine, okay, in and out. So the blood will actually comes in the machine and will go out in the machine in the process. Return back, or the blood will return back to your system or your body. Do you have any questions so far?
Oh, teacher.
Questions?
No.
Okay, let's continue. Centrifugation of blood, we had discussed this one last meeting. Okay, aside from removing impurities from blood, it can also be separated into its components: red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets, which are suspended in blood plasma. Okay, red blood cells are heavy and dense, but since plasma is thick, okay, red blood cells settle very slowly. Okay, blood in a test tube, okay, just like what I am actually giving you last meeting, blood in a test tube will separate into its components faster through centrifugation or the spinning of centrifuge. Okay. Through centrifugation, red blood cells are pushed down at the bottom with with a small layer of white blood cells and platelets above it. Okay, on top of the yellowish blood plasma. Once separated, the blood components can be analyzed or used. Okay, analyzed or used for different purposes. Okay, just like checking on your platelet count. Okay, if you are suspected dengue. Okay, what else? If you are being attacked by microorganisms or bacteria, or if there are some bacterial infection, if there are some viral infection, we usually check also your blood count or CBC. We will do CBC. Okay, this is a laboratory procedure that counter check the number of blood components in your blood sample. Question? Yeah. Again, the slides here can be downloaded. Okay. Do you know how to download the slides? Again, class, are you still with me? Do you know how to download the slides?
Yes, teacher.
No, teacher, where is it in the LMS?
This is in the LMS. You look at this one. This is in the LMS. But this is your LMS,
Oh,
Science 6.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Okay,
there.
this is under discussion. This is in your LMS. This is the main reason why I am using LMS. Yes, JM.
This is all in the exam, right?
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Our lesson in lesson number 1 are just introductory. Okay. Those are just introductory. Okay. We will be having a lot of terminologies. Okay. Starting lesson 2 up to the last lesson. Okay. Let's move forward. Do you have any questions so far? How about downloading this slides? Do you know how to download this one? Do you know how to download this one?
No, teacher, we just view it. We don't download it.
So you will not download this one.
We just open it in the LMS and read it to
Yeah,
get
we
Okay.
notes.
just study it in the LMS, but not download it.
Okay. So if you want to download this one, you just click this option here, open in Google Slides and download. That's it. This is downloadable for your use only, right? Do not share this outside school. Okay. This is for your own use only. Okay. People with dengue fever sometimes have their platelet counts decrease. Okay. And okay, decreasing the platelet count to critical levels, so they need to receive platelets from the donors. Sure. What will happen if we have a critical level of platelet count? Tendency is you cannot perform what? Clotting. Because again, your platelet are responsible for clotting. Your platelet also are responsible for some movements or metabolic movements or metabolic processes of other components of blood like red blood cells, okay, RBC, and white blood cells, WBC. Okay, so meaning to say this could be what? Lethal. It can cause death. After centrifuging blood or the centrifugation of blood, the platelets are still mixed with plasma. Okay, the plasma is taken out and centrifuged again to isolate the platelets in order to make it fit for transfusion. Okay, if again you have a critical level of or decreased level of platelet, you need to have platelet transfusion. Okay, the illustration here or the text here is telling you that if you have a critical level of platelet, okay, you need to have platelet transfusion. Okay, we need to transfuse in order to what? In order to answer the need of the body for more platelets or platelet count. Okay, again, this is your centrifuge. As you can see, this is your blood sample. Okay. And we actually perform centrifugation in the process by using a centrifuge to separate the different components of blood for examination. Questions so far? Questions so
No,
far?
teacher.
no, teacher.
I have a question.
Okay. JF.
After they centrifugate the blood, where do they take it now?
What do you mean? Where did they take it? Throw?
Like
You mean? Dispose?
what?
What
No.
do they do with the blood?
What do they do with the blood after they centrifugate it?
Okay, after centrifugation, the components of blood will separate. Okay, they will now start counting the number of the red blood cells white blood cells, and platelets.
Oh, okay.
That's the process. After which they will just throw the blood samples. Okay. It is considered as biohazards. Okay. They will throw that one in a biohazard. Okay, because again, there is a difference between disposal of your biodegradable and non-biodegradable to a biohazard. Biohazard is different. Okay, it should be sealed because it can cause harm. Just like your syringe needles should be thrown in a biohazard. Any other question aside from those? Any other question? Grade 6?
No.
No, teacher.
No.
Okay, let's continue. Making low-fat milk. Okay.
No.
Another example of mixture is milk. Okay. It is a colloidal emulsion. Okay. It's a colloidal emulsion or a colloid or emulsion of globules of fat floating in water. However, fresh milk from mammals is more like a heterogeneous mixtures of miscible or immiscible liquids. It's a mixture of different liquids. If left undisturbed for some time, raw or unprocessed milk will have its creamy fat component float on top of the milk. Okay, the cream that can be spooned off and the remaining milk is now in a low-fat milk. Okay, so again, your fresh milk from mammals. I'm talking about fresh milk from mammals, from cows. Okay, is actually a heterogeneous mixture because it has a lot of suspended particles. Okay, immiscible liquids. There are a lot of mixtures there that are immiscible or you cannot mix. Okay, let's move forward. The fat content of milk from cows varies from one animal to another and from day to day for the same cow. However, commercial milk producers or commercial milk producers want their milk to have a consistent taste and texture. So here comes, they are doing this artificially. Okay, to achieve this, milk is homogenized. Okay, they make this as a homogeneous mixture. So they remove the other component. Okay, it means that the globules of fat are made smaller, mixed with more evenly in the milk. Okay, they actually make it as smaller as possible, or sometimes they usually remove that one if it cannot actually mix with the solution. Yes, JM.
So basically the other component is the fat and they made it small so it wouldn't mix with the milk anymore.
Yeah,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
that's correct, JM. So sometimes these fats cannot be mixed. Okay, even if they actually made it as small as possible, so they need to remove that one. The smaller globules now stay dispersed and do not float to the top. Okay, homogenized milk is therefore a colloid. Okay, from suspension it becomes colloid. By the way, have you seen the fresh milk that is not commercialized? We're
No,
talking
teacher.
about here a fresh milk that is not commercialized.
No, I
Came from
haven't
the
seen.
farm. Okay,
Oh yeah, came from the farm. Yeah, I've seen milk.
yeah. So if you're gonna observe milk from the farm, you can observe a lot of fats there floating on top of your fresh milk. And those are not contaminants, those are fats, milk fats. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, cream separator machine, as you can see, it actually separates, this is manual, separating cream, okay, and separating fats and your milk. Okay, this is actually manual by cranking, okay, or by spinning. Okay, by crank or by spin. Okay, this is manual. Above is a cream separator machine. Okay, it can separate whole milk into fatty cream and non-fat milk. So it separates the fat and the milk. Okay, it works like a centrifuge machine. Okay, the spinning throws out heavier milk farther than the lighter fatty cream, so they will spill out to the separate sprouts or spouts. Okay, do you have any questions so far? Questions, grade 6.
No, teacher.
I will appreciate if you ask question. Yes,
I have
JM.
a question.
Oh.
Mhm.
So basically, in both spouts, in the separate spouts, the
Mhm.
one spout can separate into the fat cream and the non-fat
Non-fat.
milk.
Yes, correct,
Oh,
JM.
okay. So it's just like a centrifuge machine, but it's manual.
Yeah, it's manual. We have
Oh,
actually
okay.
machines that are automated, especially in milk manufacturing companies.
Yeah.
Factories.
Yeah, that is the example there is manual. Okay, by cranking or by spinning. Okay. Any other question before we go? Before we continue? Any other question,
No,
grade
No.
teacher.
6? Okay.
Really?
Cleaning up
No.
the air. Okay, let's take a look at this one because these are included in your major exam. You're almost done. Cleaning up the air. Smoke particles from factories, power plants, and motor vehicles mix up with air to form solid in gas colloid. Okay, this colloid makes the air darker gray instead of blue. Okay, I know that you observed this one. Also, the colloidal particles can cause respiratory illness, especially among children. Okay, we're talking about smoke particles here. Okay, from your motor vehicles, from your factories. Okay, the dark gray. Okay, it is hard to eradicate air pollution all at once, but smoke particles can be stopped by mixing with air through the device called electrostatic precipitator. Okay, let's take a look at electrostatic precipitator later. Please take down important details again for terminology. Electrostatic precipitator, okay, is a device, okay, that can what? Purify dirt from air. Okay, dirty air is passed through metal plates that are connected to high voltage sources or source and are therefore charged. Okay, the passing smoke particles in dirt also becomes charged. Okay, the electrically charged plates act like a magnet and attract smoke particles and pass through, effectively separating them from the air. Okay, the exiting air therefore is smoke free. So that is how we actually manage to clean the air. Okay, but we cannot do this at once. Okay, remember that machineries has also limitations. Okay, but because of the advancement of technology that we have, we created something that is very useful to nature, which separates your smoke and your air. Okay, this is a precipitator. Okay, air precipitator. So it will actually pass through um those machines and eradicate the smoke in the process. Okay, I think we are done with the discussion. Yes, JM.
So they eradicate the smoke, and then
Mhm.
the smoke that will come out from the precipitator is white smoke, just normal.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and where do the smoke particles go? Do they just throw them away?
No,
Or
they are attracted to the metal plates which are in high voltage.
oh,
Remember
okay.
that we charge the plates to make it
Yes.
with more voltage, high voltage. So these smokes
Oh.
will be attracted to these high voltage plates.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We tend to make it positively charged in order for the negatively charged air particles or smoke to be attracted, okay, in those or on those plates. Any other question?
No, teacher. This lesson's kind of interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can actually download again. The purpose of electrostatic precipitator is to electrically charge the plates. Okay. Electrically charge the plates to make it attractive to what? To dirt in the air
Dirt.
or your smoke. It will just attach itself to the plates and the plates will be cleaned manually. Okay. Any other question, by the way? Still have 9
No,
minutes
teacher.
for
No.
discussion? Okay. I think we
Not
had
really.
discussed a lot,
It's
class.
actually my question.
Yeah, I think
It's
we had
actually
discussed
like
a lot.
what I'm curious about.
Hopefully, you learned something out of our discussion and hopefully you are taking down notes. This will come out in your major exam. Okay? Your major exam is this 17, 18, and 19, correct? Take note that all
Yes, teacher.
exams, okay, all exams will be taken, especially science will be taken in a face-to-face basis or modality, face-to-face. So we'll be giving you schedule, your advisor will give you a schedule for your major exam. Okay. We'll also be releasing your coverage as soon as possible. We have now your coverage for the major exam and it will be released as soon as possible. Questions so far before we
Okay.
go?
No.
I
All right.
don't have any.
All right. I think that will for today, class. Thank you for participation. Grade 6. Have a nice day, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Bye bye,
Bye-bye.
Teacher MJ.
Bye.